a Brazilian wax tutorial for a client who has curly thick hair. Tip for my new waxers: if you want to test the temperature of the wax, test it on the outside of your glove before applying it to the client. And always ask the client how the wax temperature feels to make sure you are not burning them and to also make sure they're comfortable. I always start on the outside, which is the bikini line. It eases them in, especially if your client is nervous. Hold your stick at a 90-degree and make sure you are pushing the wax downward. You always want to create a lip or your tab where there is no hair, so it's not irritating when you go to remove it. I am pushing the wax into the client's skin. Do not leave wax on your stick. That is wasteful. You see how there's no wax on that stick? That is what your stick needs to look like. What you do to one side, do to the other side. This will help with your speed. As a new waxer, do not focus too much on speed. It comes with time, but that's just a little trick. What you do on one side, do to the other side. Doing the same exact thing, stick at 90 degrees, and I am pushing the wax down, and I am creating my lip where there is no hair right there at the bottom. Clean your lines up so you don't leave extra wax on the client, and again, make sure you are really pushing that wax into your client's skin. The wax stick should look empty, no wax left behind. Pubic mound is the top part. This is the wrong way to apply wax in the mound. A lot of waxers will just apply a piece of wax across. Most clients' hair will not grow straight across this way. This is the wrong way to do it. It can be uncomfortable to the client, it can also break hair. Do not do it this way. Here's how you want to apply wax in the pubic mound: on an angle in the direction of hair growth. Most hair will grow on an angle, so make sure that is how you are applying your wax. It's way more comfortable for the client. Remove this strip. You want to remove it where there is less hair, so that is at the top. I'll put like a little arrow so that way you can see, but that is where you want to remove it so that way it's more comfortable to your client. If you try to remove it directly where the lip is, it's going to feel like it's stuck. It's not stuck, the hair is just more dense there, but you typically don't want to remove it there because it's uncomfortable for the client. Next is the labia. You should say labia instead of lip. You always want to use professional terms when talking to your client, but for the video, I just put lip. The tip of your stick and paint downwards. You want to apply a lot of pressure in this area because the hair is typically denser here. My free hand, I am pulling that skin up. This is key if you have a client who has looser skin in the labia. Pull the skin upward. Your free hand should always be holding the skin taut so there's no bruising. And remember, what I do to one side, I do to the other side. I am applying a lot of pressure and I am painting downwards. I am also creating my lip at the bottom where there is not a lot of hair. I'm making sure I'm cleaning my stick off. You do not want to leave wax on your stick. The area that I am going to point to is where the hair is typically very stubborn. So 9 times out of 10, you will have to do a cleanup strip. This is how you do those cleanup strips. You remove this wax in the opposite direction of hair growth and you create a tab at the front so that way you can pull it down. It will help you get those really stubborn hairs that are stuck in the inner labia. That is normal. I am pointing to the lip. You want to make sure you pull that down to remove those stubborn hairs. I wax the labia in 2 sections, so do 2 strips going down and do 1 going up as a cleanup strip.